Punnett square is drawn below. The dominant trait is represented by the capital letter R, and the recessive trait by the lowercase letter r, and this is the way they usually are. What percentage of the offspring will most likely show the dominant trait? So we're going to see if the dominant trait, what percentage of them will have the capital letter R in them. These up here, this is called a heterozygous parent. Homo means one and hetero means two. It's like when we do homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Homogeneous means it all looks the same, top to bottom, like milk or glue or paint. Heterogeneous means two or more. You can see the different parts like Chex Mix or nuts and bolts or sand mixed with dirt or sand mixed with iron. So this is a homozygous trait up here where we have the capital letter R, the dominant and the recessive both. Same thing over here. We have a heterozygous parent here as well. And the way that those genes can combine together, we just take them one at a time, where we just cross them. The capital letter R here and the capital letter R here forms two capital letter R's. So this will be a homozygous dominant. We have the dominant homozygous. They're both the same letter, the capital letter. Over here we have the capital letter and the lowercase letter, the dominant and the recessive. So this will be another heterozygous offspring or trait. Here we have the capital letter R and the lowercase letter r. We always put the capital letter first, no matter if it shows up. We're always going to put it first. And then over here is the only spot where we have two lowercase letter r's, where they're both showing up. Only in that situation where we have a homozygous recessive trait, that's the only time the offspring is going to demonstrate that recessive trait. For instance, if dominant was brown eyes and recessive was blue eyes, as long as you have the dominant trait up here, brown eyes is going to show up every time. I've got the gene here for blue eyes, but it's not going to show up as long as that dominant brown eyes is there. So in this case, since only one of the boxes is full, 25% of them are going to be the recessive trait. But it's not asking you for that, saying what percentage of the offspring will most likely show the dominant trait. And so it's the other three where I have at least one capital letter there. So that's going to be 75% of the offspring are going to have brown eyes, when 25% of the time you're going to have an offspring that's going to have the recessive trait show up, the blue eyes.